please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
But the Tech Mahindra stock is on our radar. It's lost nearly 9% over the last 2 days as the street fears that the company could post a weak next couple of quarters. Vineet Nayyar, the Vice Chairman of Tech Mahindra, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Nayyar, good morning, and as always, thank you for speaking with us on CNBC TV18. I first want to talk a little bit about the promoter selling that has taken place over the last few months. And, that has raised fears about the business perhaps slowing down in the very near term because of external factors. Do you think those fears are warranted?
Look, I mean, we live in an international world where these ups and downs will come. Basically, we don't focus that much on them. We focus more on the intrinsic strength of the company and see if its trajectory is right. I do believe in that way. I have no worries. Markets go up, markets go down. But as long as we keep to our objectives, that is, continue changing the company to be more and more relevant to the new market needs, I think we are on a safe spot. And I can assure you, by that measure, we are doing all right.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Nayyar. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us some color about Q1, because the buzz in the market is that Q1 is not going to be on expected lines. It could be lower than guidance. Was it a tough quarter now that we know all the 90 days of the last quarter?
You really want me to be out of my job. We are in a silent period at this point of time, and I can make no predictions, make no statements in regard to the coming quarters.
Oh, okay. No, I mean only in terms of color. Was it tougher than expected? I'm not asking you to give numbers or anything. I'm not asking you to alter your stated guidance.
No. No, look.
Okay.
In my business, challenges are continuous because technology change is at a pace which is unbelievable. We have survived. In fact, we have flourished because we've been able to anticipate the changes which are coming. For example, telecom, which is our favorite horse. The issue is with 5G coming, there is going to be obsolescence. But there is, more importantly, there is going to be a huge new prospect of moving into the new world of 5G, which will require a lot of investment by telcos. And because we have already created multiple platforms for 5G, I'm very positive that we will be there up front doing well. But please understand that our industry is a very fast-moving industry with incredible obsolescence which takes place periodically. So there will be few glitches, but ultimately we have survived. In fact, we have flourished, and I'm confident we will continue to do so.
Okay, I'm glad you spoke about the telecom space. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said when I said we, I'm talking about the industry, not specifically about myself.
Sure.
Because Indian industry has been very nubile in its in its embracing the new technologies which emerge.
Sure. Sir, I also wanted to talk a little bit in detail about how spending has shaped up for the industry as a whole. Because, Gartner put out a note where they said global spends will grow 6.2%, which is the highest annual growth that they have forecasted since 2007. Are you seeing a higher spending from clients?
Yeah, it is inevitable because we were talking of communication, and that is going to undergo a sea change. So 4G, which was a cutting edge till a few days ago, is now seen as being obsolescence, and almost every telco has been in touch with us to see how we can take them to 5G.
Okay. So what does that mean? Is that why there was this talk about layoffs at TechM? Because you'll have to change a lot of the way in which you have to service your clients?
I think what we need to do is to change the concept of layoffs. There is obsolescence in people also. But those obsolescence people who cannot keep pace with the time, or who are not willing to get that intellectual transformation in themselves, will become obsolescent, but in the meantime they will be replaced by other people. So net, I don't see contraction in the use of manpower in technology industry. Yes, for the same task, the human requirement is coming down. But the tasks which are required to be done by technology are so all-embracive that increasingly more and more people will come into this industry. That's what we are seeing.
Sure.
We have hired 20,000 more people this quarter.
Do you think it would be tougher for you to report, not just you, but for a lot of the industry players, including yourself, to report the kind of margins you did over the last few quarters, purely because of issues like wage hikes, visa costs, etc.?
Well, to say that just to maintain the previous margin is going to be a cakewalk, it's not. But then we have, you have seen us now for 20 years, and we have always been able to muddle our way back into the 17–20% level. I think the industry will continue to do that.
Okay, Mr. Nayyar, aside from telecom, the US economy is kicking up. Logically, that means banking and finance will do well. So in the non-telecom space, how would you describe it? Challenging but growing? Are billings better? Any color you can give us on the non-telecom space?
No, you summed it well. Yes, it is challenging. It's always challenging. But I think we see that as a positive. In fact, in telecom also we see it as a positive because of the 5G. But in the banking industry and other areas also, they are becoming pretty swift in adopting new technology, because otherwise they become irrelevant. And again, once again, our relevance come in. In fact, the winners are going to be who can adapt to the new technologies as quickly as possible, both on our side as also on the side of the industry. And I think, at least so far as Techem is concerned, I do believe that we are well positioned.
Just one final question from my side. Any more promoter selling that we should look at?
Any more?
Promoter selling of shares that one can expect?
No, the CEO selling
has rattled the
market.
Well, look, these are individual decisions, and if it is not in the quiet period, they are as much at liberty to do that as anyone else. I don't think we should read much into it, because people have individual needs. People have individual obligations, which have nothing to do with the movement in the industry. So don't read much into it. It happens, and we go on.
No, that's a good encouragement for the market, Mr. Nayyar. People sell for their individual needs, and we shouldn't read more into it. That's a major solace for the market, because people tend to look for trends in these things. Thank you very much, Mr. Nayyar, for joining us and giving us whatever color you can, given your silent period, on both the telecom and the non-telecom space.